For cheap gold, items and other boosts for Diablo 4, visit aoeah.com. Check out the link in the description, you get 3% off with the code ARIAT. Hello and welcome everybody. Diablo 4 Season 5 is obviously a great success, the players are happy, and even players have returned who have quit seasons ago. The endgame finally feels really good. Besides the pit, hell tides and farming bosses, the Infernal Hordes add some more variety now. The event is fun and worthwhile, not only because of the greater chest. The material chest is also very practical, especially at the beginning. It spans many basic materials, such as gem fragments, prisms or even pit materials, so you can use the event in a targeted way. To be able to find and craft sigils for the Horde, you must complete the corresponding priority quest, with at least one character. That is not the season quest series, so don't get confused. It's best to make sure that you completed all missions that are no side quests. The class balance is also much better than usual, even though the Barb actually seems a bit weaker than before. But I tested it off season. My old Flay Barb can do level 200 bosses and 101 pits still very fast and easy, so I don't have to worry about my season 5 Barb. He just needs more upgrades, better items and the Uber Unix. Nevertheless, he already runs very well in level 80 pits. I have also tested my bash builds in between. The corresponding tempo recipe has been cut down, but they still work fine, even though they are not as OP as they used to be last season. But in the endgame, some of the seasonal item changes will really push bash barbs. More on this at the end of the video. In addition to the Chain Lightning Sorceress, other strong variants seem to be even more powerful, for example Lightning Spear builds, so we'll definitely care about that the next time. My Chain Lightning build as it is in the guide works fine, but I still have to check how strong it is on the high end, and optimize if necessary. The damage doesn't stack as high as it was on the PTR, so that was probably just a bug which has been fixed. But now you can also benefit from firing multiple chain lightnings. As I described in the guide, you should try it out yourself to get warm with the gameplay. Nevertheless, Firebolt and Fireball mages could also turn out to be much stronger than expected, thanks to new items. My Lightning Druid also works fantastic, but I now play him as a bear. Like that, I was able to increase damage and make the build more tanky at the same time. For applying, it is necessary to trigger the Lightning Storm by Landslide, so we have to change things in the skill tree, Paragon system and with the items. I will publish a short guide soon, you can already find a planner link in the description below. Of course we continue using Endless Cataclysm, because it really kicks ass. However, pure Landslide Druids are also very strong, maybe even stronger. It's still difficult to compare as the gear is not maxed out yet, but we'll definitely take a look at pure Landslide builds as well. For the Rogue, I've heard that Andy Face builds are very powerful. Since I have almost everything ready in the Eternal Realm, I will test it there soon. But maybe I'll play Rogue this season as well. There are many strong possibilities this season, which definitely offer potential. I probably won't play a Necromancer this season. With Barb, Druid and Sorceress, I've got enough to do for now, but maybe I'll try out a few things in the Eternal Realm. Blood Necros are supposed to be very strong, and Bone Spirit could also be interesting. As you will have noticed, many unique items have been reworked. In my guides, I could only work with the material that was available to me at that point. But fortunately, all items I used became stronger and even more useful, so the setups don't change. Let's take a look at the most interesting ones, starting with Varshan's drop pool. Mad Wolf's Glee now has more useful affixes and gives up to +5 to all werewolf skills. Amulet and Helmet for the Necro give extra ranks on Blood Surge and Bone Spear, with a greater affix +7 and +5 are possible, so masterworked, the Amulet can have a maximum of 15 additional ranks on Blood Surge and the Helmet +10 to Bone Spear. The two-handed staff for the sorceress now gives up to +6 to fireball, with a greater affix 8, that makes a maximum of 16 skill ranks after masterworking. So in the end, you can get a fireball skill level of over 30 points, which is sure to pack a powerful punch. In Grigor's loot pool, we'll find the new class-specific uniques: Mjolnir ring for druids, axial conduction pants for mages, and the amulet Unbroken Chain for barbs, as well as Shroud of Kanduras and the Necro shoes. The bear armor for the druid has also been improved similarly to the wolf armor, and the ring Earthbreaker now gives up to +3 to landslide, with a greater affix +4, and it can be upgraded to a maximum of +8. The staff of Lam Eason has been similarly strengthened as the fireball staff. Here we get up to +6 to charged bolts, +8 with a greater affix, and a maximum of +16 is possible. The Flame Weaver gloves now add ranks to all pyro skills, and the damage has been increased. Wind Force adds extra ranks to barrage now. You can get a maximum of +9 here. Let's move on to the ice monster. Here we can find the Lightning Storm gloves for the druid, which now can also add +6 skill levels. With a greater affix, that's 8 here too, and we can get a maximum of +16 when upgraded. Think about that, +16 skill ranks only on the gloves, that's completely insane, and the reason why I have killed the ice monster about 100 times yet, unfortunately without any success so far. Pain Gorger gloves now also add skill ranks, up to +4 to all basic skills can roll, so with a greater affix +5, and we can get out a maximum of +10. Of course that is great for bash barbs, like that they can also reach skill levels of 30 and more. The gloves also became interesting for my Flay build, even though they have no crit chance anymore. Overall, many more items got some decent changes like that. Reviewing all of them would be too much for this video, and of course you can check any item in the character planner by yourself to see the new stats. Finally, also the Uber items were slightly changed. The most important new features: Doombringer now also adds a damage reduction affix, Harlequin Crest adds armor now and much more cooldown reduction than before, and the Ring of Starless Skies adds +2 to all core skills, with a greater affix +3, and a maximum of +7 is possible after upgrading. As you can see, there is many stuff to do this season, a lot to farm, and you can work with very different kinds of builds. So it's just okay that leveling up new characters goes faster than ever. In any case, I wish you a lot of fun, take care, and may the loot be with you.
Follow me. Thank you. Goodbye.